10 feet from this pillar, you hear absolutely nothing, but you see massive footsteps starting to appear in the sand.
I believe we are in a prime position to humble the competition today.
I believe you're correct.
I think I'm being very generous here.
Not that there's anything wrong with you, Tavern. You're very nice.
I am a badger and I'm digging a hole.
I think there's a lesson in physics here.
Honey badger don't give no shit.
Greetings, and welcome back to Crucible of Fate, Episode 11, Part 2. I'm your host and killer DM, David Carter, and I'm really looking forward to getting into this week's episode. Before I do, I just want to give you guys a reminder. If you have any questions about the rules or the format of Crucible of Fate, you can check out the website at crucibleoffate.com. I'll put a link in the video description below. If you're interested in becoming a competitor, I do have a wait list right now. It's not terribly long, and there's still lots of movement with that list with each episode, as people sometimes can't make it or something comes up. So if you're enjoying the show and you think it'd be fun to be a contestant, I really encourage you to submit an application, and all that information is on the website as well. If you're enjoying Crucible of Fate, please do consider becoming a patron. It's just a couple of dollars a month, but it really helps add to the quality of the show. Speaking of that, I want to thank my newest patron, Key, who is playing tonight. I promise that I will not let that influence anything that happens on the show, but Key, I definitely do appreciate your support. And I also want to thank Cole from raising the tier level of his support on Patreon. Thanks very much, guys. Also, if you're looking to join a D&D community, I highly recommend the Crucible of Fate Discord community. It's extremely active, lots of warm, friendly people. I know I say this every week, but it continues to grow every week, and we're putting on more and more games and watch parties and things like that, one-shots for D&D. So if you are a fan of Dungeons & Dragons like myself and everyone else that's in that Discord, please do consider joining us, and the link is in the description below. Lastly, if you haven't subscribed to the channel on YouTube, please just click the subscribe button. That really helps the channel out. Hit the notification bell to make sure that you're made aware of whenever a new video drops. Also, we're going to be launching Twitch here sometime in the next week. I will let you know once that has happened through the YouTube community. But we're going to be starting from episode 1 from the beginning, and we're going to post 2 of the episodes per week until we catch up with where we're at on YouTube. And from that point on, if things go well, we'll be premiering the show on Twitch, and then it'll appear on YouTube a couple of days later. So that's it for all of my announcements. Let's do a quick reintroduction to all of our players for today. All right, first up in the top left, we have Gunnar, who is playing Kaiser Ruinfell. Then in the center, up on top there, we have Scott playing Doc Flair. Upper right, we have Key, who's playing Enyalis Rathenel. Bottom left, we have Max playing Daristrix Chrysalis. And then Leon is playing Morgan. Welcome back to the show, guys. Glad to have you here and looking forward to playing some D&D with you all. We are going to jump to the trailer, and then we will be in the show in character when we return. See you in a minute.
It's time. Bring them. Offer them riches, offer them glory. I don't care. Just bring me their souls.
As you wish, Master.
Yes.
You think you have what it takes? Every roll can mean life or death. 120 contestants. Who will survive? Who will win? It could be you. This is high stakes D&D.
As you emerge from the portal, you guys are met by a sullen-looking Theramghoul who kind of gives you a very slow golf clap I have to say, everyone, you're just not getting the point of this game. You just keep trying to keep one another alive, and you're not gonna win this way, you know? You have to decide who is going to be your victim, and you need to go after that with all the gusto that you can muster. That's the only way things are gonna work out here. Otherwise, you're just prolonging the inevitable and denying the eyes of truth some exciting moments of backstabbery and treachery. Let's consider this moving forward. I think as a lesson, perhaps, with 5 of you left, normally we would be doing Escape the Room right now, but with a lot of you, you'd probably try to find a way that all of you would make it through alive, and I just can't have that. So we're gonna move straight into split the party. We'll put
Tharamgul, I think it's quite cute that your assumption is that we actually like each other enough to work together for non-selfish reasons.
Well, you certainly did in the last room, without a doubt. If you
that you know of.
I see all, as do the eyes of truth. So, with this out of the way and a plan to move forward, there are a couple of things that we must review. First of all, before we get to intermission actions, I want to remind each of you there is still one item remaining in the gift shop. And as the gift shop appears around all of you, you see a single item being highlighted. And this is a glass flask containing an amber brown flaky powder. And as the glass vial kind of rotates in the air, you just see these amber flakes just falling here and there as the vial turns. That is all that is remaining. Everything else has been purchased by you all. So, before we roll some initiative to determine who will be doing their intermission actions first, perhaps Gunnar, if you could roll a D10, please, we will determine which battlefield you will be fighting in. A 7. A 7. A 7 has already been taken. We've seen that, so I will go ahead and put you all in room number 8. And room number 8, I like to call the Crossroads. Oh, now that you know where you're going and what you're doing and what is available for you in the gift shop, we will roll some intermission action initiative. Kaiser, 14.
So 14 down to 10.
Yep, the -4, so Doc is a 10, and Yalis a 20.
Thought I should have rolled that at disadvantage.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll Yalis. And 13.
Yikes.
Okay. Daristrix 7. And last but not least, Morgan 22. Please relax, enjoy yourselves. Take in some self-reflection, perhaps, for this may be the last hour of your lives. Okay, see you soon. Greetings, Morgan. I see you are a little banged up. That Goristro really skewered you there once. But you're a pretty tough cookie, I have to admit. I'm impressed by your capability to sustain damage.
I think I hurt in places I did not know I had.
We get a lot of that around here. What would you like to do for your first intermission action?
I'd like to lay down and rest for a bit. Short rest.
Short rest. How many hit dice would you like to roll?
2.
Okay, 2d12.
For 14 health.
Get 14 back from 2d12. That puts you at 19, I believe, right now.
Yeah. In that case, I'll roll one of my druid ones too.
Okay. 4 more. You're at 23. Would you like to use some more hit dice?
Yeah, I'll use them all.
Then
So I only have one of druid and one of barbarian left.
good
So that's
roll.
11 and 1.
34.
34 health back. That's pretty good.
And of course, anything else you would normally get in a short rest, you have it back as well. What would you like to do for your second intermission action?
I would like to see the gift shop.
Gift shop. Very well. The display cases appear from out of the shadow around you, Morgan, and you can see the glass vial with the amber and brown flakes, and of course, all of the selections of standard goods are available to you. What would you like to purchase?
The vial of questionable material.
Very well. This item is a single-use item, Morgan. So, in order for me to explain to you what it is, you must first roll on the wheel of consequence. Could I please have your d20 roll? A 9. You lose your vision as everything goes black, and you are now blinded.
Fate Sphere to re-roll that.
Okay. I'll mark off a Fate Sphere, and you can re-roll a
12.
12. You suddenly become very fatigued as you gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Alright.
Marking off the Fate Sphere, that was your 5th. Very well. If you could please roll a 1d6 for me now. We will determine how many doses of this object you have. 2.
2.
Very well. You have 2. This item is called Ferris Bane. As an improvised ranged attack, up to a distance of 20 feet, so that means rolling a d20 and adding your dex to it. If you hit a target's armor, it corrodes non-magical armor, lowering the AC permanently by -1. And if their armor reaches AC 10, then it is destroyed permanently. If you manage to apply it to their weapon, you reduce the damage by -1 permanently. If you're just throwing it at them as an attack, I would say it would hit their armor. But if you're up close and you want to do an improvised melee attack, I could say you could choose whether you want to hit their armor or their weapon.
Alright.
Okay, so you have 2 uses of this.
Alright.
Very well, Morgan. Now that your purchases have been complete of tiered items, is there anything else you would like from the standard gift shop?
No, Tharamgul, I am good, and thank you for your continued hospitality.
You're welcome, Morgan. I wish you the best of luck in the battle to come. I sincerely hope you make it through. Why do you snicker? I am serious.
Oh, it's just humorous to see a demon wish luck upon a creature lower than it.
Look, I'm trying to find a general for my armies. I have respect for all of you. The fact that the vast majority are going to die, that's inevitable, but the one that makes it through will be a very powerful person indeed, so it is not disingenuous.
Good to know.
I will see you soon. Greetings, Kaiser. Welcome to your Intermission Actions. I am happy to see that you survived that battle. You too took a significant amount of damage, but your courage held, and I salute that.
I have never fallen in battle before. It was a humbling experience.
Well, certainly, I have put you at significantly difficult odds. I am hoping that the experience you gained in such impossible positions will well place you to command my armies should you survive. But let us focus on the here and the now, shall we? What would you like to do for your intermission actions?
I believe I will take a short rest to commune with my god so I can just regain my channel divinity. Fortunately, unexpected assistance was gained on the battlefield, and I don't believe I'll need to expend too much of my hit dice for this.
It's good. It's good to save your resources. 7. And what's your con bonus?
+1, so that already puts me to...
Okay, so you just used 1. And of course, you get back anything else that you would receive after a short rest. What would you like to do for your second intermission action?
I would like to parley with Enialis.
Greetings, Enialis. You have been summoned to a parley circle by Kaiser Ruinfell. Do you accept or no?
I will accept.
Very well. Kaiser, you have 3 minutes and it begins now.
Greetings, Enialis. I saw that you acquitted yourself well on the field of battle. I'm a man of few words, and I believe that we would make an adequate team to survive, split the party.
It's very interesting that you bring that up because I truly was thinking the same thing.
Great minds think alike. I can tell your tactical prowess on the field, and I believe it will help us greatly in tournament and the rounds to come.
I agree. Between you and the others, the only other person I've noticed that seems to handle themselves relatively well was Daristrix. For a caster, he's surprisingly resilient.
Agreed. His comprehension of his magics is great, although it did concern me that he chose to turn into a sheep. An odd choice of tactics.
That may not have been purposeful, but...
I'm not entirely familiar with how sorcerer's magic works, but...
I do not claim to be either, but I do not think someone of his intelligence would intentionally choose to sheepify themselves.
Agreed.
So I will give him benefit of the doubt there.
Being a fellow member of the Order of Praxis, I would not protest to having his aid in our parley either.
Good. Then I will meet with him during my intermission.
Very well. So you know, on the field of battle, I am bringing a fair amount of spells still. The experience from the last combat kept me more or less even for this next round. So I am still more than capable of casting the same combats and healing magics. And now with this weapon, I'm showing the greatsword, I'll be able to potentially neuter our foes.
I like that. Thankfully, because it ended when it did, I too still have access to most of my healing magic.
I
So,
believe we are in a prime position to humble the competition today.
I believe you're correct.
Is that everything for the two of you? Have you finished your parlay?
I believe
I
we
believe
have.
so.
Very well. That concludes your IAs. Kaiser? Enialis, you are next, so please hold fast. Greetings, Enialis. You have survived the first trial. Well done. And you have also made an ally without expending your intermission actions. So, what would you like to do with your first intermission action?
For my first intermission action, I wish to see the archivist.
Very well. Just one moment, please. And as Thermgul fades into the shadows and the Fate's Hand Tavern along with him, the large open archway of the archives appears before you. It's massive piles of bones on the left and seemingly endless works of literature appearing on the right. Out of the shadows, the now familiar form of the archivist apparates before you. His gray mottled skin, long tentacles hanging from his face, and his milky white eyes sunken a bit into his skull. And suddenly you hear his voice calling to you. Greetings, Enialis. Tell me, what can I do to serve you?
I wish to know more about the Garistro.
Garistro. Interesting. Very well. Give me an investigation check, please.
That could have been better, but also could have been worse.
13. What would you like to know about this demon?
Where does it come from?
The Garistro is a pet of a powerful patron that resides here within the Abyssal Stair. He was unleashed upon this holy temple to nature as a show of force. Theramul saw fit to pit you against it, possibly to save such a place of purity and beauty from an oversized bull with only destruction on its mind.
Come now, we both know Theramgul well enough at this point to know that he doesn't care about purity. He just wanted to see if we'd be smashed to pieces by the thing. As he should.
Perhaps you are right, Enialis. Certainly the death of one of you at the hands of such a powerful creature would have been most entertaining. But perhaps you should ask yourself why he would choose that place at that time.
Perhaps indeed.
What else would you like to know? I will allow you. Question.
What is this patron who owns the Garistro like?
As your fellow competitor Morgan found out when he visited me last time, I cannot reveal details about the more powerful denizens down here, especially those with a stake in the Crucible. With that in mind, I will allow you one more question.
I think I'm all right. But thank you.
Very well, Anialis. I look forward to any potential future interactions between us. Good luck.
Thank you.
And with that, you are back in the Fate's Hand Tavern, as Theramgul is smirking at you now. So, Anialis, for your second intermission action.
I would like to parley with Darastrix, please.
Darastrix, very well. I find it hurtful that you think I could not appreciate a place of beauty such as this temple to Oriah or Iadan or Aurelia.
Beauty is one thing, purity is something completely different.
Noted.
And let's face it, there is beauty in destruction.
Indeed there is. It is an opportunity for new beginnings and restarting from a place where perhaps some things don't deserve to exist.
Exactly.
Greetings, Darastrix. You have been summoned to a parley circle by Anialis. Do you accept or refuse?
I will accept.
Very well. Anialis, you have 3 minutes and it begins now.
I've already spoken earlier with Kaiser, and he and I have agreed not only to ally, but that you would be a good third ally, if you should so choose.
Interesting. I was actually thinking about speaking with Kaiser myself, so...
As we discussed... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, I think that would be a good idea, but you can continue.
Yeah, as he and I were discussing, we've found you particularly resilient for a caster. Most tend not to be able to hold their own as well as you did. Though, we were a bit curious as to why you decided to turn into a sheep. I do also recognize that I know very little about magic.
That's the thing, I didn't really try to do that. It just kind of happened.
That is what I was assuming. But other than...
The odds of that happening again are slim to none.
Yes. That said, the sheep thing was more of a curiosity than a problem.
Yes.
And I think the three of us together can make a very good team for Split the Party, and the others won't know what hit them. At least not until they're 6 feet in the dirt.
Very true. I take it Kaiser knows you're speaking to me right now,
Yeah.
or at least has an inkling?
Yes, I told him I would speak to you.
Okay. Well, I will let you know then that I plan on using one of my actions to cast a spell.
All right.
Leaving one of our opposition hopefully helpless.
I like that.
And I will be much more difficult to touch this round. But worst comes to worst, if we need anything timed, I can always speak to you, and then in your head you hear like this.
Interesting. Thankfully, because the fight was cut short, I do still have access to my healing magic. So, worst comes to worst, I can do my best to keep you both on your feet.
Okay, so that ends your intermission action, guys. Good luck to the two of you. It is time for me to speak with Doc. Greetings, Doc. It is your turn for your intermission actions. What would you like to do for your first one? But actually, before we get to that, I have to say, you were all over the battlefield helping people in need, wasting your precious resources to bring them up. Do you think that the other contestants will be grateful for this?
I would hope that Morgan and Kaiser would have been grateful at the very least. But I've had this time to reflect as you suggested. And as you said, I darted all over the battlefield. I've tried to find any way to escape the horrors that were there, but I think you might be right. I think I might be stuck here. I think I might need to change my tactics.
Well, I guarantee you are stuck here. The only way to escape is to win.
In that, I think I need at least just one friend, maybe.
Friends are always good.
Yeah. Could I see if Kaiser's up for a chat?
Very well. So for your first intermission action, you would like a parley with Kaiser?
Yes, please.
Greetings, Kaiser Ruinfell. You have been summoned to a parley circle by Doc Flair. Do you accept or refuse his offer?
I accept.
Very well. Doc, you have 3 minutes and it begins now.
Hi, Kaiser. It's good to see you survive.
You as well, Doc.
I'll get straight to the point. Theramgul's given some good advice and some reflection time that I've had. I was wondering if we can align for the upcoming room. We looked after each other a little bit with that horrible Minotaur creature. Wondering if I can count on your support again.
You may, but I do need to know, Doc. What do you bring to the table as far as combat? You are a very proficient healer, but in Split the Party, it will come down to who can outfight the others.
That's true. I'm not trained in any weapons or any military style like yourself, but I've been in the odd bar fight occasionally. I can hold my own. I've got a decent chin. Hopefully that's enough for this event.
Well, I believe that Alliance is the only true path to victory in this tournament, so I accept your alliance, Doc.
Thanks,
Although
guys.
I must question, who do you believe we should target?
In my experience, those young shifters that become more problematic the more they mature. It's best to take out their teeth and claw while they're still young.
Agreed.
Is there anyone else that you had your eye on, or anyone that we should stay away from?
I believe Aniela showed herself to be quite formidable on the field of battle. So I believe it is our best course of action to target, as you said, the ones who will be problematic later, and if necessary, the weaker opponent. Should be the caster.
It's hard to plan Aniela's movements. She's trapped a companion in a necklace and seems to have this other relationship with Theramgul. Not that there's anything wrong with you, Theramgul, you're very nice, but it's hard to predict her movements.
As a commander, I'll tell you that in this situation, far more gruesome than what I've seen on any field of battle strewn with bodies, it matters more what one is capable of than what one's morals align with. If we wish to survive, we will need to make compromises.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, if we're agreed, is there anyone else that we should potentially
Gentlemen,
ally
I
with?
hate to interrupt, Actually, I don't. I get a kick out of it. It's a bit of a power trip, to be honest. Your 3 minutes is up, and I'm afraid I have to cut you off there. Thank you for joining us, Kaiser. We will see you shortly.
You're most welcome.
For your second intermission action, what would you like to do?
I think a second conversation would be grand. Daristrix, can I parlay with them?
Daristrix. Greetings, Daristrix. You have been summoned to a parley circle by Doc Flair. Do you accept or refuse?
I will accept.
Very well, Doc. You have 3 minutes, and it begins now.
Daristrix, amazing to see you made your way through the Minotaur battle. How are you feeling now?
I'm actually feeling great. I was able to heal myself a little bit. That water was very generous of, the game makers.
Agreed. I'll get straight to the point. I noticed how calculated you were in the last room. You weren't necessarily eager to run up to the creature, but you kept your distance. You seem like quite the battlefield commander, somebody I could potentially rely on in the next room. If I had your back, maybe to keep you standing, would your interest align with myself?
I think it's a possibility. I really only have one, I don't want to say target because that sounds crude, but target.
Can I ask, is that target me?
It is not. I can promise you that.
Okay.
I can promise you that to, set your mind at ease.
That's comforting. Well, at least if our interests can align, we can make sure that we look after each other, at least in the first half.
I guess I will agree with that. My plans are to leave my target defenseless upon entry.
I am very happy that I'm not your target, and I'm very concerned for their well-being. But as Tavern said, there's no escape from here, and I need to realign the way that I've been thinking.
You are definitely not my target.
Fantastic. Can I ask, who is your target, though? Just so that we're aligned again?
My target for this at the beginning is going to be Morgan.
Fair enough.
I just think his ability to shapeshift is a little too dangerous to be left alone.
Agreed. I think we take the tooth and claw away before it becomes too mature.
Yes, you don't want it to grow to full size.
Agreed.
Gentlemen, that is your 3 minutes, and so this parley circle has come to an end. It is also the end of your intermission actions, Doc, so I will put you back in the waiting room, and I will see you shortly. Greetings, Daristrix. It is your turn for your intermission actions. Tell me, what would you like to do for your first?
Well, Tharamgul, I think I got to speak with who I really wanted to speak with. I feel bad for not necessarily leaving Doc in the dark, but, what has to be done is done. I am
You never know
just
what might happen when you hit the field of battle. Perhaps your mind will change.
It's very true. Very true. But I think to start with, I would like to take a short rest.
Do you need to roll any hit dice?
I just need to roll 1 hit dice.
2. And your con bonus?
+3, so 5, and I'm back up to maximum.
And of course, you regain any other benefits from a short rest. What would you like to do for your second intermission action?
I think I am going to cast a spell.
Which spell would you like to cast?
I would like to cast a subtle spell, Hold Person.
Subtle Hold Person. Casting it at its second level spell, right?
Yep, second level spell, casting it at Morgan. That's all I was going to do.
So you're casting it second against one person?
Yep.
And it's against Morgan?
Correct.
Okay. Any other spells that you want to cast?
Nope, that's it.
In that case, you have completed your intermission actions. I will rejoin you with everyone and we will carry on. Very well. See you in a moment. With all of your intermission actions taken care of, it is time to get down to business. We have already decided that you will be fighting in what I call the Crossroads. It is also known as the Silent Crossroads. We should now determine the order in which you will be going. We need to roll our initiative here. And Yalis, you are up first. 17. At disadvantage. Doc. Five. Daristrix. Morgan. A 2.
2.
And Kaiser. 16. If you would all please follow me. And as Thermgold turns his back, he begins gliding away from you all for just a brief moment as the Fate's Hand Tavern fades away and the gated gallery appears before you, its massive doors opening as you all seem to shift through it to stand before the split the party column of monoliths. And as he reaches the front to stand beside the portal, as you can see the light of the active portal moving forward to appear behind him, he turns to face all of you. Is there anything that you would like to say before you step through? And we'll do this in order as well. Daristrix.
Whatever happens out there, just know that I think you all are noble. And whatever I do out there, I'm doing to get back to my brother.
Well said. And Yalis.
Nothing personal, but I have a promise to keep.
Kaiser.
Fate determines what happens here today.
Indeed it does. Doc.
I'm sorry. I don't think I've got enough bandages for everybody today.
I'm glad. I do need 2 of you to die before we can move on, Doc, and I feel like you want to save the world. Morgan.
Definitely an interesting means of transportation with all the grabby hands and all that.
It's unique, for sure. In that case, before you all go, there were some spells cast during the intermission actions, so as you are going through the portal, these will take effect. Derestrix, could you please read out the spell that you cast?
So I cast Hold Person. Let's see.
Actually,
choose a humanoid that you can.
Just one sec.
Okay.
Fuck.
It's all good.
I should have just gotten the targets to roll a save without saying what happened. So, Morgan, I need you. Please give me a wisdom saving throw. A 22. As you're going through the portal, you feel all of your muscles starting to constrict and tighten, Morgan, as if you are losing control and no longer having the ability to move your limbs. However, in a bit of a panic, as you're being passed from shadowed hands to shadow hands, you shrug it off. And so as you all arrive in the battlefield, you are still in complete control of your body and faculties. So, as you step out of the portal and arrive in the silent crossroads, you quickly scan around and can see each other easily. As in the middle of this room, you can see that there are two roads that intersect. One running this way through the middle and continues on, another running across from the other side. For those of you that are standing in the roadway, behind you is nothing but dark shadow. The floor is, although it looks stone here, it is all sand. So this entire little fortification is filled with sand. You see 4 pillars standing in the center of each kind of quadrant that this square is made. So the 2 roads kind of bisect through the middle, and then the pillars are in the middle of each quadrant. The walls appear to be made of stone and are 20 feet high, although the stuff in the middle, they're only 5 feet high. So all these kind of corner walls are 5 feet. They provide 3/4 cover. Is that it? Oh, and so just a quick review of everyone's character for the folks at home. So we have Derestrix here with the red paladin miniature. We then have Enialis, male ranger miniature. We have Kaiser with this Gandalf-looking miniature. Doc is the rogue on this side, and then finally Morgan is the Conan-looking one in the center. So with that, Derestrix, you are up first.
Okay. How high is the ceiling in here?
There is no ceiling.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to use Gem Flight. You see spectral wings manifest from me, and I fly 30 feet straight up into the air.
Okay, just let me get my riser, just one sec. Okay, so Derestrix rises 30 feet here.
Yeah, and then for my action, I would like to cast Blade Ward.
Blade Ward, very well. Can you just read that out for everyone so they know what it does?
Yeah, so basically it gives me resistance to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning until my next turn.
Okay, and it's not concentration?
Correct.
Right. Anything else for you, Daristrix?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay, we are now moving to Enialis.
How bright is it in here?
It's bright. You can see that the light of Palion is reflecting off of the moon of Pala, which is plainly visible in the sky, illuminating the whole area in bright light.
So it'd be like sunlight level.
Yes.
Shit. Ouch. Okay. That'll be fun. So I'd like to bonus action use Slayer's Prey on Morgan. As a bonus action, I can designate one creature I see within 60 feet, and the first time each turn that I hit that target with a weapon attack, it gets an extra 1d6. And that lasts until either I designate a new creature or take a long or short rest.
Okay, and is Slayer's Prey the one that is treated like concentration?
No.
Even though it's not a spell?
This one is not concentration, no.
Okay.
I don't have that optional one, just because I keep forgetting to look at it.
Okay.
And then I would like to move straight up to Morgan.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I have 45.
35 gets you engaged.
And then I'm going to attack with my short sword.
Okay. Roll, please. A 14 to hit Morgan. Does that hit you?
Yep, armor class 11.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage, please. Any others?
So, max plus a 1d6 for 11 total.
Off the bat, Enialis sprints towards the center of the silent crossroads, driving her short sword into Morgan.
And as she is stabbing, she's going to say, again, nothing personal.
Okay, and that concludes your turn, does it not?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Kaiser.
How many feet away am I from the middle with Morgan and Enialis?
You are 40 from both of them.
Okay, so I'm going to call out, apologies, Morgan, but it seems that fate has cast its hand. And I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at him.
Right, attack roll.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, never mind. I'm not raging.
An 8
So,
to hit?
yeah, nat 1 doesn't matter. I don't think I can even add anything to it to make it hit, right?
No.
Because a nat 1 is an automatic miss?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright,
So your bolt of divine energy goes sailing in between your two fellow contestants in the center of this battlefield.
yeah. I'm gonna move up my full movement to the middle.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Alright, that'll be my turn.
Doc.
Yeah, I'll spend my movement to get up to the middle section as well. Getting... is it 5 feet wide or 10 feet wide in that crossroads?
It's 10 feet wide.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get next or adjacent to Enialis with my 40 feet of movement.
5, 30, 40. Right in between Kaiser and Enialis?
Yeah, if I can get next to Kaiser, I guess that works. And I'll just reach into the pouch that's sitting on the inside the coat, say, yes, it's probably about time I get my hands dirty. And then I'll spend an action to go to the pouch and just coat my hands with that black powder.
Okay, sounds good. You coat your hands with the black powder.
And then bonus action, I'll spend a key point to take patient defense, which will give me the dodge effect to the top of my next turn.
Sounds good. Just remember that you are dodging and that you use that key point.
Yep.
And that's it for Doc?
That's it.
Okay, Morgan, you are up.
I am going to bonus action wild shape into a giant badger.
Okay.
And then I'm going to burrow straight down.
Smart.
I mean, that's one way to say hey, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Well, I'm getting tag teams 4 ways from Sunday.
Honey Badger don't give no shits.
I ain't got much options but down.
2 means in less than a second.
Y'all gonna dig my grave, I'm gonna dig it myself too.
Okay. Just give me 1 sec.
And as he polymorphs, he said, he's gonna be like, well, I kinda expected this. Deuces.
So you burrow 5 feet down.
Can I burrow 10? It has 10 burrowing feet.
Is this like a dire badger or just a plain old badger?
Giant badger.
Giant badger. Okay.
Medium beast, unaligned, armor class 10, hit points 13, speed 30 feet, burrow 10 feet.
Okay, got you. All right, you start to burrow down into the ground frantically in your giant badger form. At that point, Doc or Alice, do you take attacks of opportunity?
Yeah, I think I will.
I figured I would still be in their attack range so they couldn't get attack of opportunities, but alright.
Well, 10 feet, right? It goes out of... You go out of melee range.
Oh! I like that roll.
So a natural 20. Go ahead and roll your damage for that crit.
13.
13.
Okay, Giant Badger takes 13 hit points of piercing damage from Alice.
Well, I'm out of badger form 10 feet down, or at least 5 feet down.
Okay. So your dire wolf form fades?
Giant badger.
Giant Badger, sorry.
Am I in the ground or no? Because I had to leave the range in order for them to attack.
Yeah. But the Giant Badger is 10 feet big, right? It's a large creature?
No, medium. Medium beast.
It just had a burrowing feet of 10 feet.
Oh, okay. Giant. I didn't need to put down the largest thing then.
Only medium.
Okay.
So am I in the ground?
So Doc, you would still get your attack of opportunity as it fled. The badger.
Okay. Do you want me to reroll the attack roll? So that's current.
Yeah, hang on. So, I mean, man, you players always come up with the craziest little schemes. Okay, so just to make sure that this is legit, so you wild shaped, you started burrowing down. It's a 10-foot burrow, so you were trying to get out of range. You're only a medium creature, so you were leaving their range. So attacks of opportunity were valid. Alice hit you for 13. You had 13 hit points, so your form drops. So the thing that I wanted to check is would Doc get his attack at the same time? That makes sense to me. And then after that, are you buried? Well, if so, then yeah, you're suffocating. Does that all sound legit?
Oh, is he covered by the dirt after he burrows?
Well, he went down 10 feet. I guess it would just make a hole. So you'd be...
I think you'd only... Oh, I suppose, yeah.
It might only be like soft dirt at that point because it's all loose, it's all that. You might not be,
well, if it's
suffocating under pressure just yet.
But if
Not
it's
that
sand...
I'm advocating he lives.
Sand also has different, properties compared to dirt. And it's a lot easier to suffocate in sand than dirt.
Oh.
Generally. IRL. I don't know how that works in D&D, but...
I remember this was only a bonus action, just reminding.
Yep.
Because I'm in the ground right now, I believe.
Yep. Just hang on. Just one sec. I'm looking something up too. Okay. So someone asked Jeremy Crawford on Twitter, does an earth elemental trigger an attack of opportunity when it burrows? It's within 5 feet, but the creature can no longer reach it. And then Jeremy says, an opportunity attack occurs right before the target leaves your reach. So, to me, that would say the attacks of opportunity are valid. So you're starting to burrow down, but at the 5 foot point, after the 5 feet of movement is when the attack would have been triggered. That's when Enialis hit you. You reverted back, so you're kind of 5 feet down, just beyond, but Doc would still get to hit you now too. And you've only burrowed 5 feet down. So I'll say you're not drowning, or suffocating, but you're still within reach.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Doc, you take your reaction?
Yep. So Doc did his unarmed strike to hit. It was a 23 to hit.
I thought that was a... Okay, yeah.
Mine was a 26, his was a 23.
Balls.
Okay, so Doc, if
His
you
was
could
dirty,
please
though.
roll your unarmed damage.
Yep. So that will be for 8 points of bludgeoning damage and an additional 7 points of lightning damage as my fists are just crackling with elemental energy.
So 15.
15 total.
Alright, then as an action, I'm gonna wild shape again.
Okay, so before you do that, Doc, I need you to roll a d6.
Oh, great. To you or everyone?
Doesn't matter. It's gonna show up.
Yep, that's 5.
All right. Got it. Morgan, as your action, you choose to wild shape.
Yep.
Okay. What would you like to wild shape into?
Giant badger.
Giant badger once again.
I'm burrowing.
Okay.
Again.
Sounds good.
That last 5 feet.
So you
Well, technically
burrow.
now I have 10 feet.
You
so
burrow
15.
down 10 feet and are currently underground.
I would like to burrow down 5 feet and then 5 feet to the left.
All right. Sounds good. So you're in this square here, but I'll put.
And this is a burrow, which... Question. This is technically a burrow, correct?
Yes.
So they cannot enter this unless they have a dig speed.
Correct.
Okay. Start digging.
Or just throw things down your little hole. It's fine.
Why do you think I didn't go straight down? Why do you think I went to the right?
Well, just think about it. Maybe one of us has a ball of fire, a vial of liquid fire. I don't know.
We'll just take 40 minutes to dump as many balls of bags of ball bearings as it takes to fill the hole.
Aw, damn, it makes me wish we had someone who could, like, just create water.
Oh, that'd be great.
So, guys, he doesn't leave any sort of a tunnel because the creatures that can burrow, that leave tunnels, have the tunneler mark. So there is no tunnel. Okay, so that concludes Morgan's turn. It is now the top of round 2 for Daristrix.
Oh, shoot. All right. I am going to subtle spell again. Casting Hold Person against Doc.
Doc, I need a wisdom saving throw.
It's an 18.
18.
That succeeds.
Beats the DC. Doc, you begin to feel your muscles start to cramp up, but you shake it off and still retain control over your body.
I just look up to where Daristrix is flying in the skies.
Hey, it was subtle spelled.
Oh. Ow, what was that? That was weird.
I love meta magic.
Magical effects of the Crossroads.
And then DM, I'll roll a d20 for you as well.
Okay. All right, so you're okay.
And then, yeah. I'll fly another 15 feet up.
Okay, total of 45 currently.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll move forward 5 feet as well. And that'll be my turn.
And Yalis, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Shit. Okay, so first I'm gonna turn to Doc since I can no longer see our badger friend. And I'm going to swing at him with my short sword.
Very well. 23
For
to hit.
a 23.
It's with disadvantage because currently I'm dodging.
Oh, yeah.
16, Doc.
Just hits.
Go ahead and roll your damage,
Alrighty.
Yalis.
So that's going to be 6. I'm also going to bonus action with my 2-weapon fighting attack with my offhand.
Okay, so you draw a second weapon.
Yeah, I have both of them out at once.
Okay.
Again,
And
with
then-
disadvantage.
20.
Dirty.
Yep, gonna land.
All right.
So this one, I'm going to have to take the +3 off, but,
Yeah. Offhand damage.
you know, so it'll be 6. Then I would like to action surge.
Okay, hold on. Before you do that,
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Dave. So after you hit me the first time, it hurts and I don't like it. But you will feel a sense of elemental lightning damage travel up the blade, and you'll take some damage in response.
Rude.
go ahead and roll your 2d6.
5 points. And then a d6 to check, Dave.
Yep.
Go up. And then with your second attack, 5 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And then the d6 to make the check again. That one's a 3.
Okay. So that one drops. Any Alice, anything else?
I wanted to action surge to stab him again.
Okay, so you use your action surge. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Is this still at disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay. Pretty sure I'm... Nope. Okay. So
Miss.
my third stab misses.
Is that it for you?
Yes, that is finally it.
Ow!
Okay, Kaiser, it is your turn.
Kaiser's gonna look around the field of battle, seeing how the landscape has changed. And I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians, choosing myself and Yalis and Darastrix to be unaffected. So Spirit Guardians, now that it's up, it makes a 15-foot radius, a 15-foot circle around me of spiritual warriors. They'll be dressed in kind of like black spiky armor, horned helms and the like. Any creature that starts its turn in the sphere has to make a wisdom saving throw, taking 3d8 damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful save. Any creature that enters the sphere on its turn has to do the same thing. So if you start your turn or enter the sphere on your turn, you have to make that roll and take the damage.
Okay, and it is a concentration spell, correct?
That is correct.
And does the sphere work even with creatures under total cover?
Let me check on that. It just says 15 feet, so let me see.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it can affect people in total cover.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cast that for my action.
Okay, just let me get your 15 foot.
Can you redesignate who is affected by it later after it's been cast, or would you have to recast it?
I mean, it's a concentration spell. I'd say he could probably change his mind as he wants.
Yeah, it doesn't specify.
Okay, so you said that Enialis is unaffected?
Correct.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else for your turn, Kaiser?
That was my action, and I didn't make an attack action, so I can't use War Priest. Yeah, that's my turn.
Sounds good. Okay, next up is Doc.
So does that trigger at the top of my turn then?
Yep.
Yep.
When you start your turn.
So it's a wisdom save.
Yep. DC 14.
It's a 15.
Okay, so then that's half damage.
Spirit Guardian's damage is 20, cut in half to 10. 10 radiant, or is that...
It depends on if Doc considers himself good or evil.
I don't have resistance either way, so 10's fine.
Okay.
Yep, so the warriors in the menacing black spiked armor just start wailing on you when your turn starts.
I just turned. I don't know what I thought. But I'll just look at any else like, that was cute. I think it's my turn for an attack. And I'll start my first attack on any else with my fists.
Okay, first attack.
To 19, the hit.
Damn. Rude.
Unarmed strike damage, 5 bludgeoning there.
And the
So
additional...
that's... Hold on. That's gonna be half to... Do we round that down?
Or
up?
Yeah, damage is round down, but
So that'd be 2? Because I'm currently resistant to non-magical bludgeoning.
okay, sure. Do you want to carry on,
With that-
Doc?
I was going to say, and then there's the additional 9 points of elemental damage.
Yeah.
Does that make this attack a magical attack though now?
No, it's not magical.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first part would be cut to 2, but then you would take the 9 lightning.
So for 11 total.
Yeah, but yeah, 11 total.
Okay, cool.
And just to check that it's still up, which it is. Second attack, left hook for a 24 to land.
Jesus.
That's 6 points of bludgeoning reduced down to 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the additional 4 points of lightning damage. Check to make sure it's still active, which it is. And I'll just stare and like, I'm not finished. Bonus action, flurry of blows for another 2 attacks. 14 to land this one.
Absolutely not.
Okay, last attack. 21.
Jesus.
I made the right decision in digging.
So that'll be for 8 points of bludgeoning.
Reduced to 4.
An additional 7 points of elemental lightning damage. And this last one, I'll pump an extra key point into it to make this a hand of harm, which says when I hit a creature with an unarmed strike, I can spend a key point to deal an extra 1d6 plus 3 necrotic damage. As you see a spectral mask come over my face with just like, think of the drama mask with the ichor just draining from the eyes.
I didn't roll the extra damage.
That's an extra 2
necrotic.
plus. It's 2 plus my wisdom modifier, so another 3, so 5 necrotic in total.
Right, the damage output that turn. Anything else for Doc?
No, I think I'll just stay in the pocket with Annie Alice, just staring at her with my spectral mask, saying, "Your move."
Morgan, you are up.
Okay, quick question. If I burrow directly into someone, can I have them grappled?
Okay, so the internet kind of cut out there, so I'm assuming that you asked that if you burrow under someone, like burrow up to them, can you try to grapple them?
Like, I want to drag them into the hole so they can, and release them, making them stuck in the hole.
That is a good question. So, if you have someone grappled, and we'd have to do like you'd have to be successful in an opposed athletics check, and then you would be burrowing at half speed if you're pulling an unwilling creature.
Because my plan is to dig under them, pull them underneath, and have them trapped.
Okay, so
by the ground.
Is that what you would like to do?
Yeah, I would like to try to do that on Doc.
On Doc, okay.
I'm terrified of Doc. Well, actually, I can't see him, so...
I don't think any of that just happened.
Yeah, that's fair
If he comes
point.
up out of the ground far enough to grab Doc, that counts as entering my radius, right?
Hold on. I didn't see Doc just beat the living hell out of
Annie Alice,
so I think I'll just go for Annie Alice instead. I'll try to drag her underneath.
Jesus.
Okay. So
then that my question still applies, is that
as
when
you
he comes up out of the ground?
Yeah, as you come up out of the ground, you do enter into the range of the spirit guardians. So
Okay.
I need you to make your it was a wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yep.
Wisdom saving throw, please, Morgan.
Oh, and it's actually DC 15. I forgot that my thing went up.
Okay, quick question. Is that with the giant badger or mine?
Druids retain their intelligence, wisdom, and charisma when they wild shape. So it would be yours.
23.
Okay, so half damage. Go ahead and roll your damage, Kaiser.
Yeah, I did. It's 19. Is it not showing up on the...
Okay, I can see it there, yeah. 19 damage,
Okay.
so reduced to 9, Morgan.
Okay, so that's 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 6. Alright.
Okay,
I
and
would
then
like to
I need, as you go to make the attack action using a grapple, I need you to make an athletics check, please.
7, 8.
Plus 1 is an 8. Okay, and Yalis, you can resist it with athletics or acrobatics as he tries to grapple you.
We'll go athletics for a 16.
All right, so as you see these little like badger claws come up out of the ground and get attacked by Kaiser's spirit guardians, you kind of like step out of the way and are not grasped by the giant badger claws.
Alright. Do I have enough movement to dip back down into the ground?
Yep, you definitely do. And
so that
Yalis and Doc would be able to make attacks of opportunity.
Balls. If I stay here, they'll still attack me, so either way, I'm getting attacked. Alright, so I did my action, so bonus action rage.
Okay, bonus action rage.
And then I'm dipping underground. A very angry badger just tried to pull someone underground.
Okay, Alice, would you like to use your reaction to make an attack of opportunity?
Not this time.
Very well. Doc, would you like to use your reaction?
Yeah, but not to make an opportunity attack. I'll just call out to Morgan and say, just remember who your friends are, Morgan, who healed you when you went unconscious with the Minotaur.
Badger's gonna stick up a middle claw as he dives under.
That is...
I really want Morgan Badger like doing the deuces on a t-shirt.
Okay, Darastrix, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to fly 15 feet forward towards the center of the chamber.
Okay.
How far am I away from Doc?
Just give me 1 second here. I gotta use a smaller riser. I'm telling you, I can't wait for all the episodes of Crucible of Fate to be animated.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be intriguing.
So I imagine some of the character expressions will be drawn with great liberty, and they will be absolutely hilarious.
Okay, so from there, Darastrix, you're 20 feet laterally, but technically 45 feet.
45. Okay, I'll go down 15 feet just so I'm within 30 feet of him.
Okay.
So I'll be 30 feet off the ground.
Yep. Okay, so you still only used 15 movement because you can move diagonally. So.
Okay. In Doc's head, he hears in Darastrix's voice, "I'm sorry it had to be this way." And Strix is going to cast Chaos Bolt as like an amalgamation of colors starts forming in his hands, and kind of like a Hadouken shoots it out at him.
Okay, let's have your attack roll on your Chaos Bolt. 21 to hit with the Chaos Bolt. So roll your 2d8 plus 1d6 damage.
All right. I'm just gonna roll a normal D8 on here because I don't want it to be messed up rolling through the spell. So the first one will be the dictating damage.
Okay, sure.
Or the damage type.
Actually, sorry. I was going to jump in. Can I use a Fate Sphere to make you roll with disadvantage that attack?
Yep.
I'd like to cancel that Fate Sphere.
Okay, so Doc used his 5th, and Alice canceled it with her 4th. Any other Fate Spheres on the table?
No, right now.
Old.
Okay, so with the 1 and the 7 doing 8 damage, it can either be
And then,
acid or psychic.
I think I have to. Let's see. I have to choose one of the D. Oh, okay. I see. I get to choose one.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do acid.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your d6. So 11 acid damage to Doc.
Yep. And then I realized when I cast the first hold person, I did not roll a d20, so I'll roll 2 d20s for this one just to try to make up for it.
Okay, sounds good. You're fine.
Okay.
Anything else for Darestrix?
No, that'll be it.
It is now Alice's turn.
All right. First off, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
10
For
back.
max, let's go. And then after that, I would like to, as a bonus action, use Second Wind
Action
for
second one.
1d10 plus 2.
7 more.
So 7. And then that'll be it.
Kaiser, it is your turn.
I'm gonna turn to Doc and pull out my greatsword. I apologize for the deception, Doc, but we must do what we can to survive here, as I said. Then I'm going to attack him with the greatsword.
Okay, so a 21 to hit Doc.
Yeah, I'll use a Fate Sphere to give it with disadvantage.
Fate Sphere used. So please
I'm
go
going to
ahead.
cancel that Fate Sphere too.
Alright, Doc uses his 6th, and Alice uses her 5th. So the roll stands. Go ahead and roll your damage, please, Kaiser.
So 16, and then I still have to roll the d4 for the necrotic.
16 magical slashing damage to Doc plus 2 necrotic.
And if Doc could go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Yeah.
Probably don't need to, because I am unconscious with that strike.
Oh. Okay, then as my bonus action, I'm going to look down, as it has been so many times before, and strike again.
Okay, so that attack
And
is
then-
made at advantage.
Okay, so then I'll roll one more time, just in case it's a nat 20. It is not.
It's an automatic crit anyway. So Doc, you take 2 death save fails.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll your damage anyway, though, Kaiser.
Okay.
Okay, 11 plus your d4.
And then plus the 1.
Yeah. All right, so a total of 14. All right, no change to that. Anything else for Kaiser?
No, I don't believe so.
In that case, Doc, it is your turn. You are unconscious. Spirit Guardians are still affecting you on the beginning of your turn. You currently have 2 death save fails. Do you know anything within the rules of Crucible of Fate that would keep you alive at this time?
Which one happens first? Is it the death save or the Spirit Guardians?
So the Spirit Guardians would happen at the top of your turn. So I'm just looking up to see. I know that there are several different types of saves. I think it's just strength and dex saving throws that fail automatically. I don't think wisdom saves fail automatically. I'm just double checking. You're incapacitated. You've dropped what you're holding. Creature automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. So you can still make your wisdom saving throw. So go ahead and make that one, please.
I was just checking if the death saving throw potentially heals me before the Spirit Guardians.
Oh, I see. So it's at the beginning of your turn. So since it's your turn, you dictate which one goes first.
We'll go with the death save first.
Okay, then go ahead and roll your death save. 17. That is a pass.
But yeah, then as soon as I make the save against the Spirit Guardians, that will kill me, even though I failed to save.
Any final words from Doc in character as you kind of wake up for just a split second?
No, there won't be any words, but that spectral mask that was on him, where the ichor was coming out of the right eye, the left one will start to bleed ichor as well, as you see him die and the mask just falls away. He falls dead.
Scott, I'm sorry, man. Doc has been eliminated from the Crucible of Fate. Awesome to have you on the show, man. Great character and great role playing, and I'm genuinely sad to see you go. I hope you come back for the PvP in the fall.
Absolutely, can't wait.
All right,
I've got
man.
revenge to get.
Oh no!
Valid.
Okay, thanks,
Savage.
Scott. We'll see you later.
Thanks all. Yeah.
Take care. Morgan, it is your turn.
Alright. Bonus action. Combat Wild Shape allows me to burn a spell slot for 1d8 healing.
Yep. All
Peter,
right.
what are you doing?
Are you allowed to do more than once at a time?
Does not specify. As an action, as you can use Wild Shape as a bonus action, and you can use bonus action to expend 1 spell slot to regain 1d8 HP per level of the spell slot expanded.
Okay.
Expended.
So what level spell slot are you expending?
I'm pretty sure I only have level 1 spell slots.
All right.
So level 1.
Okay, go ahead and mark one of those off and roll your 1d8, please.
5 HP back for, since I was down to 4, that's what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm up to 9 health. And I'm gonna start digging my way towards the pillar this way, towards the camera.
This pillar here?
Yes.
Okay, so you're burrowing 10 feet like in a straight line towards it?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So you go 5, 10, so you are underground here.
Alright, then I haven't used an action yet. action, I'm gonna dash to pillar.
Okay, but didn't it say as an action you can burn a spell scroll? Or sorry, a spell
Oh no, that
slot?
was a bonus action.
Oh, it's a bonus action
Bonus
to do it.
action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very well, yeah.
It's very
So
fun.
you go 5, and then did you want to go another 10, like down here, or?
I want underneath the thing.
Okay, so you're underneath the pillar. I'm gonna put you here, but everybody just keep in mind that he's underneath the pillar. And that's it for Morgan?
Yeah, I believe that's all I can do, unless I can try to dig the pillar underground.
I mean, you've dug under it already. I think there's a lesson in physics here.
Are you trying to crush yourself?
All right, I'll wait till next turn so I can have like a little divot to the side and then like.
God damn it.
Ah, you got him to curse!
No more druids. No more.
I got him to curse. I'm sorry.
The floor is a magical barrier from now on.
Honestly.
Okay.
Oh, you did the
you
great stand
stated
where-
you were digging under the column. So
Yes.
I am going to give you a dex saving throw right now to not be squished by the column.
Oh my god. This is either going to be really funny.
Funniest death in Crucible by far if it happens.
Oh no, Hibble's up there.
But Hibble chose that, man. That was sad almost.
I cried when Hibble died, okay?
He is so charismatic. He's just such good planning, and then just threw it all away for.
Okay, so Morgan, this is the important question because I set the DC at 15 in my mind. So what is the dexterity of a giant badger?
Okay, hold on. Quick question. I'm directly underneath the thing, right?
Yes.
Am I 5 feet underneath it or like 10 feet underneath it?
I'm gonna say it doesn't matter. It's a very heavy stone pillar, and you're destroying the foundations underneath of it, whether it's 5 feet down or 10 feet down, right?
Then I'm going to use a fate sphere. I am not becoming a pancake.
I'm gonna cancel out that phase sphere if that's okay.
Oh no.
Okay. Morgan uses his 6th. Daristrix uses his 3rd. What is the dex modifier of
A giant badger?
Yeah.
0.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you take
Oh god. This is how I die.
To be fair,
My
you're
own
still
hubris.
wild shaped.
Fate is
You are
most
still
curious
wild
today.
shaped.
My own hubris crashes upon my shoulders.
A little quick to thank Theramgul for saving you from the hells.
I think this is retribution for the bullshit I'm pulling.
I mean, you kind of broke the DM, so yeah.
You gotta wonder how much like cross-referencing the rules there's been in this episode as opposed to other episodes up to this point.
For real.
I got him to curse. I actually got him to curse. I'm proud of that.
You broke DM. Maybe not much, but a little.
Okay, I think I'm being very generous here. I'm gonna say you take 2 bludgeoning damage from just the weight of this thing kind of coming down, collapsing on top of you, but you are currently grappled.
Okay.
Okay? I think that's fair.
Fair, yeah. 2, so I was currently at 9, so 8, 7. I'm at 7 HP and screaming my lungs off in terror.
All right.
Oh, good.
And
we know
I'm
where he
sure
is.
we all just saw that pillar shift.
Oh yeah, for sure. You guys all saw the pillar kind of like drop down 5 feet, and it's kind of just starting to lean to one side right now. All right, Daristrix, it is your turn.
Do we hear the badger squealing for help?
I'm not screaming for help, I'm screaming in curses.
So none of you heard it, and Morgan, you actually did not hear yourself scream.
Oh dear.
These are the silent crossroads, after all.
Oh, I don't know where anybody is, so I'm gonna wait till the badger pops out of his hole and hold a reaction to cast a cantrip.
Okay, which cantrip are you going to cast?
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost being held. Okay. Sounds good. In that case, we are at Enialis.
Okay, how far is it if I were to move to investigate, like to go near the pillar that we saw move? How far is it from where I am to that pillar?
So currently, I mean, you have to go around one side or the other.
Right.
And you can't really see, but we'll just say roughly like 30 feet-ish.
Okay. Then I'd like to move over to that pillar.
Okay, sounds good. So you move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25?
That'll work. And then I would also like to ready an action with my short sword so that if I see the badger pop out, I attack it.
Okay, sounds good. So you ready the attack action?
Yep.
Very well. Kaiser, it is your turn.
I would also like to move as close as I can to the pillar that we saw shaking. Being a commander, I could put 2 and 2 together.
All right, so you have 30 feet of movement?
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet of movement gets you there.
And would it be a action, a bonus action, or a free action to do a like an investigation check to see if I can? Because you said the pillar like shook and it fell on him a little bit. So did that open up the ground so we can actually see him pinned down there at all?
No, it didn't. It just sunk down.
Oh, okay. I am also going to hold my action to attack with my greatsword as soon as I see the badger, and I'm going to call out, Morgan, face your death with some dignity, coward.
Okay.
Yes.
As you call that out, Morgan, you do not hear it. All right. It is your turn, Morgan.
Alright then. So, quick question. How do I get this off of me and, like, burrow to the right of it?
Okay, so I would allow you to do either acrobatics or athletics to try to get out.
I'm gonna do athletics to try to, like, wiggle my way to the right and start burrowing that way.
Okay, sounds good.
Away from all of that, all of them. Okay, let's see if I can actually get this bloody thing off my back. 13, 14.
All right, 14. I would say that is enough for you to start burrowing down fast enough to get away from the pillar. So, you said you wanted to move to this side?
Yep.
10 feet straight across, or where do you want to move?
5 feet across, 10 or 5 feet down.
Okay, so you're going deeper?
Yes. So they can't try to spearfish me.
Alright, so you're currently 10 feet down.
Alright, and then bonus action. I'm gonna heal.
Okay, bonus action, you're going to use another wild shape heal.
Yeah, and that's 1d8. 2, I was currently at, it was 4, I believe?
I'm not tracking your hit points.
I am 4, 5, 6. I'll be back at 6.
6. Very well.
Yeah, 6.
Of your max of 13, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Daristrix.
All right, on just a question. Do giant badgers have tremor sense or blind sense?
It's a very good question.
Dark vision.
No, they don't.
30 feet.
All right.
Although I have keen smell.
Do you have keen smell, but no, just dark vision.
Okay. Just curious. Yeah, I didn't see anybody pop up, so I'm going to fly a little bit towards the pillar. I'll fly 10 feet towards it.
Okay. You fly 10 feet towards the pillar?
Yep. And then I assume I'm within 30 feet of Kaiser?
Yes.
Okay. Kaiser hears in his head. So what do we do if we can't get to Morgan?
Okay.
And I'll end my turn. Or I guess I'll keep holding Ray of Frost for anybody, if either Morgan coming out of the ground or anybody showing any signs of regression.
Towards you?
Yes.
All right. Enialis, it's your turn.
I would like to try to shove the pillar over.
Okay. What's your passive perception, Enialis?
15.
15 passive perception? Okay.
You're trying to crush me with the pillar again.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm 10 feet. No, it doesn't matter.
Listen, I don't know where you are. I don't know how to dig down. I'm just like, listen, I'm gonna see if I can use this pillar to my advantage.
You don't know if the pillar moved because of a badger or just simply toppled due to time.
I know it moved, so I'm going to try to use it to my advantage, whatever that advantage might be.
Fair enough.
I don't need to suspect something's down there to see that the thing moved. Something moved it.
Okay, your passive is how much?
15.
15?
I am a badger and I'm digging a hole.
As you take a step towards the pillar, something catches your eye, and right away your eyes kind of shoot down to the ground around the pillar as you see massive footsteps being placed in the sand, like new ones are being formed right in front of your eyes. Although you hear nothing, and now as you are within 10 feet from this pillar, you hear absolutely nothing. But you see massive footsteps starting to appear in the sand. And I'll give that to you with your passive.
There is something walking around this thing. And I'm saying that out loud so Kaiser could hear me.
Cannot hear you.
Damn it. Well, I'm still saying it, so... I think I still want to try to push the pillar.
Okay, no problem. So
I really hope I don't regret it.
you move forward another 10 feet. Go ahead and give me a strength check, please. Or athletics. Do you get any other bonus to your athletics there?
Oh, I can add a 1d4 to my strength saves. No, strength saves, not checks, never mind. That is at disadvantage, though. Hang on. I have to roll it again.
Okay,
So still 12.
Still a 12? Even athletics, it would be a 12?
I just used the normal strength check, but I'd have to roll it at disadvantage for athletics.
Oh, I see. Okay, so...
I could do that instead if you'd rather.
No, there is no I rather. So the 12 is your roll, is what I'm asking?
Yes.
Okay, all right. You place your hands on the pillar and start to shove, pushing with all your might. It budges a tiny bit, but this thing is quite massive, and it's heavy. It's going to take a lot to move it this way.
Great.
Anything else for Enialis?
Not this turn.
Kaiser.
Does anyone know offhand if command is a creature you can see?
If what, sorry?
Command is on a creature you can see or just a creature within range?
You have to be able to see them, and they have to be within range.
Alright.
Should not be working this well, but okay.
When I heard Darius Strix's voice in my head, am I able to respond to that telepathically as well?
Was it message that you cast, Darius Strix?
No, it's telepathy from my race.
Okay, and does it open up a link? Can he talk back to you?
He would not be aware, but no, he can.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to use thaumaturgy. I guess I should ask to see if it even will matter. If I use thaumaturgy, will Morgan then be able to hear me calling him out?
You don't know?
Well, as he said, it's a silence too, so probably not. Alright.
I mean, if... All it?
What's that?
I said if you farted, I would smell it.
Alright,
You can smell it all.
You're quite a ways away, and you're 10 feet underground. I don't think you would.
Okay.
I'm going to, I'm actually going to call out to the Eyes of Truth and Tharamgul, presuming that he's just overseeing everything. Is this the entertainment you came for? How long will you put up with this chicanery?
Okay, being that it's Tharamgul, I will allow him to speak on your turn.
Okay. Okay.
Kaiser, be patient. Things are happening right under your nose.
All right. Now I'm gonna hold my action to charge and attack Morgan as soon as I see him.
Okay, so you can't use an action or a hold action for movement.
Oh, okay. Then I will hold action to.
Well, sorry.
So
you could use a hold action to dash, but then you couldn't.
But
attack.
not to.
Yeah.
I got you. And then I looked it up, but I'm still like not 100% sure. If you have a concentration spell, you can still cast other spells as long as they're not concentration, correct?
Correct.
Okay, then I will hold my action to cast Guiding Bolt as soon as I see something hostile.
Sounds good. You load up Guiding Bolt, ready to launch it as soon as you see him appear. Next up, you now all can see these heavy footprints moving straight towards Enyalis. And a split second before it's about to strike, as it loses its invisibility as it attacks, a troll appears right in front of Enyalis, and you can clearly see a chain now around its waist that's attached to the pillar. The troll first starts to bite at Enyalis. A 14 to hit.
Nope.
And then uses its first claw for a 25 to hit.
Holy shit.
Would Morgan's shenanigans under the pillar have loosened the chain?
No.
Okay.
No more nonsense.
It just wouldn't have. Okay. So 11 slashing damage from that attack. Non-magical.
Is that non-magical?
Non-magical,
Cool.
yeah.
So that's halved to 5.
Yeah. And then its second claw attack is a 26 to hit
Oh, Jesus.
for another 11 slashing damage from the troll.
Thank God for the gift shop. That is all I have to say.
No need to thank anyone else, just thank me. Okay, but he does enter into the Spirit Guardian's ring, so I'll get him to do a Wisdom saving throw. It's at -1. He gets a 13.
All right, so that is a fail. He'll take the 3d8, and I'm assuming trolls count as evil, so necrotic.
I think Spirit Guardians is based off of your alignment.
Oh, well, I thought that was like how your guardians appear to people, and then depending on the person's alignment, it deals like the. Let me look.
Yeah, I think it's based on yours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's if you're good or neutral, or necrotic if you're evil.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so he takes that necrotic then.
Yep. Okay, that ends the creature's turn. It is now Morgan's turn.
Alrighty, what can I get up to? Is the troll inside the thing, or like just on the cusp of the
You have absolutely no idea that there's a troll anywhere.
Fair enough, good point. In that case, to the right, 10 feet.
Take it back now, y'all.
One hop this time.
You burrow 10 feet to the right.
Alright, bonus action, combat wild shape, burn another spell slot, my final one, for another 1d8. I was at 6.
Yep.
This will put me at an 8, 9, 10,
11.
11. I'm now 11 HP. Action, dash to the right.
Dash to the right, another 10.
Yep.
Okay, Daristrix, it's your turn.
All right. Once again, Kaiser hears in his head. It seems Praxis has made our decision for us. And he is going to look down at the troll and Alice. And he is going to use his, I believe his breath weapon has range from there. Let me just make sure, just in case.
Well, yeah, you've got 30 feet altitude, right? So the range is 30.
Yeah. For mine it is 15-foot cone, so I would get within 15 feet of her.
Okay. So you fly down to 15 feet.
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty much. Yeah, alright, so you're at 15 feet of altitude and
Please don't set me on fire.
So I need you to make a dex save.
for any Alice?
Yes. And the troll if that's within 15 feet as well.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Okay, any Alice gets a 12.
Hold on. I get to add a d4 to that.
Okay. 14.
I get a 14.
Okay, 14 is the save.
Okay, so any Alice makes the save, the troll fails.
Okay. So then that is 2d10 halved. So you both take 2 points of, or it would be 5 points of necrotic damage, reduced to 2 for you.
Okay, so the troll takes 5 necrotic.
Yeah.
And any Alice takes 2. No? Yes, 2.
Yeah.
Anything else for Daristrix?
No, and as he exhales the breath, it starts out as like a white light, but then quickly turns into dark shadows spreading out.
Very cool. Okay, any Alice, it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to disengage, use the disengage action, and then bippity-boppity back the fuck up away from this troll.
Okay, you disengage.
Yep,
Move which direction? This way or where are you
back towards Kaiser.
Back towards Kaiser. Okay, so 5, 10,
I'd go 20 feet.
15, 20 to here.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And then I think for now, that is my turn.
Kaiser, it is your turn. Since we've now hit your turn and your guiding bolt was not fired, you lose that spell slot.
Oh, okay.
But it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to look to the skies to Daristrix. Agreed, brother. And I'm going to back up 5 feet and cast Inflict Wounds on Enialis.
Okay, you cast Inflict. Alice?
It'll have to be at second level since those are the slots that I have available. So here we go.
Okay, what save is that one? Oh, it's a hit.
Doesn't matter. It's wisdom, but isn't that one?
Okay.
And I did make the attack action, so I'm going to War Priest bonus attack to attack her with my greatsword.
But is that action is to cast a spell, right?
Well, I wondered because it shows up in my attacks, and it says under the description of the spell, make a spell attack, a melee spell attack.
Okay.
So I'm not.
So I'm just gonna check something. I've been playing that spells are not part of the attack action, but I could be wrong on that.
Okay.
I'm curious to with like the deafening or the quiet. I don't know if it has any impact on like verbal components for spells.
Well, it does, but there's a range to it, and
okay.
Kaiser's outside the range.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure casting a spell is not part of the attack.
Oh, okay. Then is it okay if I retcon and just make an attack with my sword?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can't retcon.
All right. Then that's what I can do.
Okay.
Oh, and obviously I'll change my Spirit Guardian so that Enialis is now affected.
All right. Understood. That ends Kaiser's turn. It is now the troll's turn. The troll moves, tries to move towards Enialis again, and you can see that the length of chain is not enough. He has no slack to go further than 5 feet from the post, so he is stuck there. So he does enter into the aura of your spirit guardians, so he'll go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, which is a nat 20, but -1. You want to go ahead and roll your damage, and he'll take half. Okay, so he takes 7 on that one. That is the end of his turn. It is now Morgan's turn.
Alrighty then. How far away is the other pillar to the right of me?
Give me an intelligence check.
Alright, my intelligence?
Yes. 3.
3!
With all the action and being crushed and just scrambling out of the way, you kind of lose focus of where you are in the room and can't really pinpoint how far it is. And, I mean, you've got dark vision, so technically you're blind right now. Wait,
And I'm
sorry.
10 feet.
That's not true. You would be seeing in dim light, but all you're seeing is sand in front of you, so.
I'm 10 feet down, yes?
Yes.
Alright, so up 10 feet, back down 5 to the left. That could. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna dig 10 feet up and pop my head up.
Okay. You dig 10 feet up, and as you pop your head up, you see Daristrix hovering in the air. You see a troll standing just outside of the Spirit Guardian's aura of Kaiser. And you can just see him turning and like putting a hand to his sword as he's facing Enialis.
I'm going to let out a chuckle of sorts. I'm going to go back down using dash
hold
action.
on, before you do that, Daristrix was holding Ray of Frost.
I thought that was over since his turn happened.
That was past.
You're right.
I used my breath weapon.
Okay. Yep, my bad. So yeah, you pop back down.
Alright, so dash. I believe I need to do the dash action to move 10 feet to the right.
Yep, you're gonna move another 10 feet to the right.
Yep. After scoping around the madness I've created
Okay.
and chuckling. Anything else I can do? No, okay. That is all.
We are at the top for Daristrix.
Alright, well, I assume, would I have heard him chuckle?
More of a cackle, but yeah.
Or am I within range of the quietness?
You would have heard it. Yeah, you're not in
Okay.
range of the silence.
Okay, well, I heard him, so I would turn around to see him and fly 15 feet straight up into the air.
Okay, 30 feet in the air now.
Yep, and I am going to cast Chaos Bolt with him, and I'm going to give myself advantage with my ability Tides of Chaos.
Okay, wait. So hold on. You're targeting Morgan, eh?
Correct.
All right. So there's a slight problem with what I did. He was 10 feet down, and then he moved 10 feet up. So technically, you can't pop your head up, Morgan, because you can't probe into other squares, which has been established in canon. You're either in the next square or you're not. You can't probe. So you actually wouldn't have been able to stick your head up and chuckle. So you're still underground.
So if I went 10 feet up, like all the way to the surface, I would still be underground?
Well, I'm trying to think about how this would work mechanically. So if you were standing on the surface as a badger and you burrow down 5, you're like in the square under the ground, and then you burrowed down 10. So I guess you're in that one. So yeah, if you burrowed up, yeah, okay. So you would have gone to the surface.
And then 5 feet back down, 5 feet to the right.
Yeah,
Since
so you're not visible.
I didn't realize he went back down.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, in that case, it doesn't change up much what I would do then. I would just aim it at Inyalis.
Okay.
So give myself advantage for that, and then, yeah, Chaos Bolt.
Okay, so that's Tides of Chaos, giving yourself advantage for your Chaos Bolt.
Correct.
So we'd still need a D20 from you after, right?
Yeah, and then that's one of those where you can have me roll a D100 since I used the Chaos if you want to.
Yep, okay. So roll your D100, please.
Alright.
And a 15 to hit.
That
And
hits.
advantage, so I'll just, yeah, okay. Do you want me to do damage or roll the D100 first?
D100 first.
Okay. I swear to God, if it's the same thing as last time.
Okay, what is the roll?
You gotta be kidding me.
77?
What are the odds?
1 in 100.
Are you still a flying sheep though?
That's a good question.
Because you used like if it was the gem, you would still be able to do that, right?
It's polymorph, so probably not.
Okay, so polymorph. I need the saving throw. So wisdom saving throw.
Gosh. No, that fails.
Okay, so you polymorph into a sheep, and from 30 feet up, you plummet to the ground, taking 3d6 from that height for 12 hit points of damage, and you land prone.
I am no longer a sheep.
You're prone and back to yourself. How much of the damage transferred to you?
9 hit points.
9? Okay, so you take
Yep.
9. You're prone.
So does let's see, my spell still goes off though, correct?
That's just what I'm checking right now. Yeah, I think it goes off first. Go ahead and roll your damage.
13 plus a d6. 1. And just to make sure what kind of damage it actually is, we'll make it poison damage.
Okay.
So, yeah, 14 points of poison damage.
14 points of poison to Alice. That's already been taken?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That finishes Darastrix's turn.
Could I use the rest of my movement to stand up?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Would the
bad.
falling be my movement?
Falling damage is...
It's never counted against your movement when you're forced into a situation, is how I understood it, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure falling damage is not taken into account.
I
Okay.
think we have made.
I still had 15 feet of movement left, so I'd like to use that to stand up.
I'm pretty sure the book has been checked the most in this episode than any other.
Yeah, we're close, but I check it a lot.
Fair enough.
With that, Alice, it is your turn.
Alrighty. I'd like to continue backing up away from Kaiser
So
using
first-
disengage.
First, though, I need a wisdom saving throw because you're starting your turn within the Spirit Guardian's area of effect.
15.
15?
15 is the save.
Okay, so roll your damage, and we'll take half, rounded down, which is 4, Alice.
Okay, like I said, again, I want to disengage and move out of that. as far back as I can.
Okay, you disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Get you to here.
Alrighty. And then as I'm backing up, snap at them. I am sick and fucking tired of being screwed over by fucking cowards.
Okay.
Glaring mostly towards where we last saw Morgan.
Okay, and that's it for your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Such animosity towards a badger of all things.
Come out of the ground and we'll talk, boy.
Yeah, dog.
No, none of that is canon. Okay, Kaiser, it is your turn.
Okay,
I hope there's another troll.
What's your passive? Sorry, that's a very important comment, actually. So, Enialis, your passive perception was 15?
Yep.
Okay. As you would have gotten to here, as soon as you would have stepped into this point, you would have seen footsteps appearing in the sand, but as opposed to the large bipedal footprints that you saw previously, this are really odd shaped, and there's 3 of them, and they're kind of like moving, and as you move closer, you can see that this 3-legged creature is moving towards you.
Great. Love that.
So far you've only used 10 feet of your movement.
I'd like to use the other 35 to go as far right as possible.
Okay.
Or far left, sorry. I think it's left.
So you're here.
Away from the walls.
Away from-
towards like the center area.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And you want to use 45?
35 total, because I had 45 used 10.
Okay, 35 would put you here.
Cool.
One more quick check. Damn it. Yeah, you don't see any footprints this time. Is that the end of your turn, Enialis, with that movement?
Yep.
Okay. Kaiser, you're up next.
I'm going to give chase to Enialis. If I can get up to her, I'll get up to her.
Okay. And how much movement? 30?
Yeah.
15? 20? 25, 30.
And as I'm looking at her, I just feel you should know I find this just as distasteful as you do. And then I'm going to make a greatsword attack. Uh, 15?
Is that a 15 or is it a 16?
Oh, 16, correct.
Okay. 16, Enialis.
That hits.
Damage, please, Kaiser.
So that damage plus 1. And then the d4.
So 12
Doesn't
magical.
matter, I'm down.
12 magical slashing and 3 necrotic. Brings Enialis down.
Then I've used it once against the doc. I believe I still have 2 of my War Priest slots left, so I will use my bonus action to burn one of the War Priest slots and make another attack on her conscious body at advantage, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So then it's auto crit, so I need to roll for crit. So then do I roll double the dice, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then we'll subtract three from this next one.
Yeah. It doesn't matter though, because you can't. It won't have an effect. But
Oh right, yeah, because you already
Yeah. So that is 2 death save fails from the crit. Any Alice?
Yeah. So as I just kind of plunge my sword into your stomach, I'm gonna just almost kind of like choke on my distaste for the act a little bit.
Okay. So that is the end of Kaiser's turn. It is now the troll's turn. Troll is going to charge around the pillar. Darastrix, making its 3 attacks. First one, as it tries to bite you, is a natural 1 for an 8.
Nope.
First claw, a natural 2 for 9.
Nope.
And then its final attack is a 19 to hit.
Shield.
Use your reaction to cast shield, bringing your armor class to
21, I believe.
Yeah, and that last one.
Yeah, adds 5. Yeah, 21.
Ricochets off the shield.
And then that's my d20 roll.
Okay, 10. So you're all good. Then that creature does not get to go. That creature does not get to go. This creature does get to go. But eyeing the situation, it is smart enough not to make an attack and does not reveal what it is. So this makes it Morgan's turn.
To the right.
Okay. To the right, burrowing 10 feet.
Yeah.
Gets you there.
Dash action, 10 feet forward towards the pole.
There. Okay.
It's gonna take an action to try to dig a hole underneath it. So I believe that's all I can do.
We are back at the top for Darastrix.
Well, I'm in a little bit of a predicament here.
You okay, Keen?
Yeah, I'll just run away from it towards the center of the crossroads.
Okay. So you're moving away from it?
Yep.
5, 10. As you break away from its reach, it will burn its reaction to take an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
For a 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
Alright, so you've used 10 of your movement. Anything else you would like to do?
I'll just run over to where Doc's body is.
$15, $20, $30 gets you.
And then, if it's alright, I will use my action to see if he has anything I might find useful.
Okay, then I need a perception check and a d4.
Okay. Whew.
6 and a 2. Okay, so you would have time to grab one item. You can choose to grab it off his body, backpack, or that's it.
I'll go body.
Okay. On the body, you just see laying on the ground beside him a quarterstaff while it's still slung on his back, and searching underneath his shirt, you see 10 darts.
Okay, I'll just leave them.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay, next up is that creature. Range. Alice, it's the beginning of your turn. So I need you to make a death saving throw, please. A natural 20.
Oh, wow.
A natural
Jesus.
20. At the beginning of your turn, you regain 1 hit point and are conscious. However, immediately after that happens, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as you're beginning your turn within the area of effect of the Spirit Guardians of Kaiser.
I do have a quick question.
Sure.
So, I get temp HP at the beginning of every turn because of the gift shop thing I have. How does that work with having been dead, sort of?
So at the beginning of the round, you get temp hit points. So go ahead and roll a 1d4.
Which I've been keeping track of that throughout the thing. I just know that.
Yeah, so it's not at the beginning of your turn, it's at the beginning of the round.
Yeah. That's why I was confused, because I was still unconscious at the beginning of the round.
Yeah, okay. Their temp HP. Well,
Because I didn't roll it for this round because I didn't think I would because I was out.
That's fine. Go ahead and roll a d4 and we'll see how many you get.
I got 3 for it.
Okay,
for this
so you have a
round.
total of 4 hit points right now. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. Oh, fucking hell.
3. So, Kaiser, I need you to roll your Spirit Guardians damage.
Black Warriors close in.
11. So you're back down and dying, Alice. If it had been 3, you would have had still 1 hit point and could have taken a turn, but unfortunately it was more than 3.
Yeah.
All
By
right.
the way, everything I'm seeing online says that you can't be revived from temporary hit points.
Okay.
And I don't think I would, that wasn't what I would have expected either. I just wasn't
when
sure.
you became conscious if you had them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just figured even incorporating them in, if it's still the same net result, then the answer is okay.
I just wasn't sure if it would still apply at the beginning of the round and then just be ignored unless I woke up, but okay.
Okay, Kaiser, it is your turn.
Right. Being silent, I'm just gonna kind of step up to where my guardians are already wailing on her and join in. With advantage.
Okay, 21 to hit does hit, which is an automatic crit, which is 2 death save fails for Alice once again.
Then I will burn my last war priest to make 1 more attack at advantage. And I will channel divinity to add 10.
Okay, a 23 to hit certainly hits. It's an automatic crit. Alice, is there anything you know of within the rules of COF that could save you right now?
Not unless you wanted to use Adrix for divine intervention. That'd be about the only thing.
Let me just look at your fate spheres. You have 1 left. Please make a D100 roll. $65. Your god cannot hear you. This is far deep into the abyssal stare, Enialis. I am sorry.
Not even a god, just a ghost.
Is there anything else you know of that could save you within the rules?
No.
In that case, I am sorry, but Enialis has been eliminated from the Crucible of Fate.
If I could have some narrative flair.
For sure.
She's gonna wake up just enough to glare at Kaiser and spit at him. Any blood that's pooled in her mouth at this point. And mutter, "You're a bastard." Before taking hold of her amulet as it shatters in her hand. And the dragon blood in it just kind of soaks her palm. And she whispers with the last of her strength, "I'm sorry, Adrix. I didn't mean to break my promise."
So when she calls me a bastard, since I'm assuming like nobody else around can see, I'm gonna lift my visor and smile at her a little bit. "You have no idea," whisper. And then I'm gonna drive my sword into her stomach and finish it up.
Okay, with that, the portals open all around you guys. Key, I'm sorry, but I hope that we see you back for the PvP bracket, but for now you have been eliminated. But thanks for coming out and playing. I know it's brutal, but you did really well, and great character.
I'm sorry,
Thanks.
Key.
You did very well.
See you guys.
Okay, we'll see ya. With the final death blow being delivered by Kaiser Ruinfell to Enialis Rothenal, the portals immediately open beside all of you. As you step in through the portals, you arrive back into the Fate's Hand Tavern, where Theramgul is greeting you with a very wide grin. Welcome back, everyone. This was a good fight. You went straight at it, you used your wits to survive, and I saw some genuine leadership. I'm impressed. I think that you will go far, and I look forward to seeing all of your endeavors in the rest of the Crucible. Congratulations to all three of you for surviving round one.
Morgan's just gonna let out a awful screech, still in badger form.
That's right. Oh my god.
Easy, little one. You have time to relax now. Anything that you would like to say, any of you?
I said
Our fates will come for us all.
They will.
Never expected my mettle to be tested so. Even after the things I had seen. Perhaps it was foolish, but I'm aware now.
Okay. And I heard a wise person say, friend Joseph, I believe, knowing is half the battle.
Yes, Joseph. General Inquisitor Joseph, was it?
Could be. It could be. Fuck. Sorry. That came to me. I had to go for it.
Yes, you have to and you have to, man. I understand.
Yeah. And with that, everyone, that concludes episode 11. We have our 3 survivors. Daristrix Chrysalis, Kaiser Ruinfell, and Morgan have emerged victorious in a tough battle indeed. We'll see you next time on Crucible of Fate. Take care, and enjoy a long rest.